Guten Tag, bonjour, habari zenu, moreaga. I think I've covered all of the languages I know. Cabinet Secretary, MOICT, Honorable William Kabogo, Permanent Secretary, MOICT, Engineer John Tanui, Permanent Secretary, Broadcasting and Telecommunications, Stephen Isaboke, ICTA Chair Lady, Honorable Lily Ngok, ICTA CEO Stanley Kamanguya, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, good morning again. My name is Cynthia Kropac, and I represent Safaricom Business, a part of the Safaricom PLC group of companies. And I'm here to talk to you about Africa's AI future, building the right foundation, and how to get the basics right. So while the world debates AI's impact, Africa has a unique opportunity to define its own AI destiny. Africa represents about 17% of the world's economy, with 75% of our population below the age of 25. By 2050, our continent will represent 25% of the world's population, growing at a staggering rate of 120,000 babies born a day. We are a productive continent, leading the world in growth and opportunity. Our children that are being born digital natives. It's how they interact with each other. It is how they learn. It's how they build their online personas and their businesses. But the reality is this world would be challenged when we have broadband connectivity reaching only 40% of our population. Across the continent, over 400 million Africans remain disconnected from the digital world. And companies, private sector companies such as ourselves, Safaricom, we build and continue to build connectivity as the basic underpinning for any technology to have power and impact. Today, Safaricom connects over 46 million Kenyans, over 8 million Ethiopians. We got into the Ethiopian market just about 2 years ago and have accomplished nearly 8 million subscribers. We have invested in over 6,500 towers, over 15,000 kilometers of fiber to bring affordable internet connectivity to all. But that's not enough. That's just the rails of how you get access. We must also have affordable devices. In partnership with the government of Kenya and with other mobile network operators, we launched the East Africa Device Assembly of Kenya, EDAC, where we are now assembling more than 1.5 million devices a year, 4G plus devices that are less than $50, which accelerates access to digital services for both home use as well as business. But this is a drop in the ocean, and it calls for even more investment and collaboration to connect the over 400 million in our continent that still do not have access to internet. And as we continue to expand affordable devices and address the deficit of affordable devices at home, we start bringing the internet closer to the population. Safaricom, which I'm here representing, celebrates 25 years this year. M-Pesa, do you all know M-Pesa? I know some of you are visitors, but M-Pesa turned 18 years old in March. And I represent the baby of the family, Safaricom Business, that connects businesses, the national government, as well as county governments. We turned 16 in October. It will be my first time to celebrate Sweet 16 as a party. I did have Sweet 16, but I was in school. We recognize the transformative power of mobile and fintech solutions. Today, M-Pesa serves 60 million users, enabling digital payments, as well as enabling entrepreneurship. Initiatives such as the Hustler Fund, which dispersed over 70 billion shillings to 25 million borrowers, proves that financial inclusion drives economic empowerment and accelerates innovation. But to unlock Africa's potential, we must connect our nations through digital, seamless digital infrastructure, removing outdated barriers that slow progress, harmonize policy across borders, and to foster a unified digital economy. Broadband expansion is critical to enable trade, fintech, education, and AI innovation. Our growing population needs education, it needs healthcare, it needs employment. Accelerating broadband access then becomes an urgent priority. We also face a healthcare crisis. We have only one doctor per 10,000 citizens, far behind the ratio in the developed nations. To meet this demand, Africa must train 10 times more doctors in the next 10 years and 100 times more health practitioners to close the nearly 6.1 million healthcare worker gap that we have. Meanwhile, food security is a rising challenge. 20% of Africans face hunger, while rising costs make a healthy diet unaffordable for nearly 1 billion people. Investment in education, healthcare, and improved infrastructure is essential to ensure a sustainable future. AI can help accelerate this transformation. It can help transform healthcare access, offering affordable diagnostics, remote consultations, predictive health models. In agriculture, helping farmers with more precision farming, optimizing their yields, and adapting to climate change. But AI is not just about technological advancement, it's also an economic force. Africa has the potential to add $1.2 trillion to its GDP over the next 5 years just by automation and enhancement of healthcare, optimizing of food production, and delivering productivity. But AI is fueled by data, and Africa must strengthen its data infrastructure in addition to expanding broadband, and it must also cultivate AI expertise. Despite having 17% of the population, global population, we're contributing to less than 1% of the world's data center capacity. High energy costs, unreliable power, regulatory hurdles slows progress. Over the next 10 years, we will require more than 100 new data centers. And fortunately, in this scenario, Africa's abundance of renewable energy is a competitive advantage. Solar and hydro-powered data centers can cut costs by more than 40%, making Africa's AI adoption much more sustainable. Expanding connectivity through fiber, satellite, local data centers will reduce the reliance on foreign cloud services, secure sovereign data, and cut operational costs. Africa generates unique data sets. We have over 2,000 languages on this continent, but today's AI models struggle with our linguistic diversity. Low resource AI models often fail to serve all Africans due to limited training on these local data sets. We must build critical data sharing fluency through informed consent, transparency of use, regulation, and compliance, which unlock the power of cross-border digital identity that allows our African brothers and sisters to traverse the continent without friction. AI's infrastructure is not limited to hardware and networks and data centers. It's also about human skill, human culture, our African culture, values, and ethics. These are vital for creating systems that serve African societies. Africa needs over 1 million AI professionals, but today we have less than 50,000. Every major African university must establish AI labs with industry partnerships and a real world focus. With rapid skills programs and diaspora engagement, we can ensure that AI reflects AI realities and values of the continent. So, what's the job to be done? We must harmonize our data and digital laws across the continent to have a robust and scalable AI ecosystem. Private sector must also build relevant solutions, just as mobile devices leapfrogged landlines. AI will also redefine Africa's future, driving solutions for African challenges, be it multilingual educational programs, climate smart agriculture, mobile health diagnostics. We will need to build our own rails from and move, shift, step change from being passive consumers to active creators and stewards of our own AI digital future. Safaricom is investing nearly $500 million over the next 3 years in AI infrastructure across East Africa. We've already trained over 5,000 employees in AI fundamentals because the intelligent economy is not just coming to Africa, we are building it. To build Africa's intelligent economy, we must before I do that, I wanted to take a minute and just give you two examples of AI in action. You all said you know M-Pesa, connecting over 60 million users today. AI is a basic fundamental in the architecture of M-Pesa, doing several things. One, promoting a safe and secure environment for your money and for your transactions. So AI plays a big role in analyzing data to make sure only you can access your money and you can complete your transaction with full faith that who you are sending your transaction to is who you intend to, and keeping fraudsters at bay, ensuring that we are looking at new fraud patterns, new actors, new threat vectors, and staying ahead of them. DigiFarm is yet another example of AI in action in Safaricom. DigiFarm is an entity that's about helping farmers get access to inputs affordably, get access to markets affordably, and get access to credit affordably. All those things around matching all those sides of the equation is built heavily on AI, being able to do so efficiently and effectively, to be able to provide farmers and those looking to do business with farmers much easier and faster access to those solutions that will allow them to build their businesses. So Africa, to build this intelligent economy, we must connect the unconnected. We must govern data sovereignty. African data must stay in Africa, must stay in the host country. We must equip our people with skills. The technology, as it accelerates rapidly, learning these new data models, learning these new real life use cases for Africa that are there to help us accelerate our socioeconomic development, and building AI that reflects us. The question is not whether Africa will be AI ready, but whether the world is ready for an African AI innovation. The AI story and its journey will be written and experienced, but I assert that for Africa's AI evolution and its progress, that story will be written by us. Ladies and gentlemen, looking forward to connecting with you at this summit, and I wish you a great experience. Thank you.